You ever wonder why some LinkedIn posts explode while yours just sit there collecting dust? Well, here's the truth. Virality isn't luck, it's strategy, and I've cracked it. I've studied thousands of viral posts, and I've raked up millions of views myself. But now I'm spilling the secret. It's a tool that myself and other top LinkedIn accounts use to hijack other creators' top most viral posts. And then it makes them better, and then it continues to learn what works. That way you can go viral on repeat. Now in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how it works and why it's a game changer for generating leads so you can share some of that LinkedIn spotlight. But here's the kicker. It's not some AI prompt that runs the magic. It's actually something powered by the curiosity loop, teasing your audience so they can't look away. You're gonna be able to create posts just like this that have hundreds of thousands of views and thousands of comments, each of those comments being a qualified lead from LinkedIn. So how did I create this? Let's go into it right now. Now the tool is called Scripe.io. Now before you click away and search the tool and say, I got value out of this video, having the tool alone is not going to get the job done for you. You need the strategy that goes along with the tool. In addition, if you stick around, I'm gonna get you 20% off of this tool. So now we're inside of Scripe.io, and here you can see I've added my personal brand. Now what's so great about Scripe, as you can see here on the right-hand side, there's actually a Google extension that links to my LinkedIn account and starts to study it as soon as you get signed up. It learns your tone, it learns your topics, and then you need to add knowledge so that it can learn about you, about your offers, and about your expertise. What I recommend doing, especially if you're well known, use Perplexity Pro and actually use that to generate information about yourself for the knowledge base. So now you're gonna do a couple of things once you get started here. We're gonna set the tool up before we go into the actual strategy. So down here in personal brand, you can really fine tune this thing to have your perfect tone of voice. You can set your settings and you can set your post formatting as well. So how do you like your posts? Standard, formatted, chunky, short emojis. And they actually give you examples as to what these look like. I leave my settings as formatted and I like post length as best practice, but you can go through some of the others to see what you like best. Then you're gonna wanna search for some creators that you admire and like their tone. So I've got a couple here in my template account, but I'm gonna go ahead and search for some creators. Now this is really part of the magic because you're going to be hijacking not just the content and the posts of other creators that are going viral, but you're gonna be hijacking the tone and the trends. And this is why this tool specifically is so damn powerful. So right now it is pulling all of the top performing content from LinkedIn based on most relevant, most recent, most engagement. I want the most engagement. And I'm gonna come into industries, I'm gonna find my industry, marketing and sales. Now they have all of the industries on there, so find the one that's relevant to you. You can also search by global versus German versus English. I'm gonna leave it on global because I'm in the US and most of this content is in English. So now I've got all of these top creators who are getting the most engagement on LinkedIn in this feed, and I can follow them and I can utilize their tone and their topic. So what does that look like? So I'm learning a lot about creators in the space, and this is exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna come in here and see what's working and who the big hitters in your space are. So Charlie Hills, he's talking about internal business practices and tools. I like AI tools lists. I think this could be really relevant to me. It's gonna give me a couple options here. I can either repurpose this content or I can follow. I wanna follow the content specifically. So now it's gonna show me more content like this in my feed. This guy, John, is talking about how AI is revolutionizing marketing. This is 25 days ago. I like this type of content. I'm gonna follow that content. Now, if there's a creator where I really like their tone, for example, let's try and find one where I love their tone. I use AI daily, but here's the harsh truth. AI won't fix your problem. I don't love it. This guy's doing memes, 5 marketing tactics that actually work. This one looks AI generated. So what I want you to do is find tones that relate to you. Is this something you can hear yourself writing and saying? Is this your type of language? This guy, Richard, I actually really like this post. I read it and I want to follow not just him and the content, but I also want to adapt his tone. So I want to follow content and tone. So it's going to start to learn from his content and the tone. This one too, I'm going to go ahead and follow content and tone. And then it's gonna start to adapt a profile about you and what you like and what you talk about. And this is going to be your ongoing content stream forever. You're never gonna be struggling for content ideas, and you're not gonna have to waste time copywriting and guessing if something is going to perform well. Because guess what? they've already proven that it's going to perform well. Now, once you've filled your feed with creators that you really like and content that you really like, let's go ahead and actually develop some posts. So there's a couple things I can do here. I'm gonna click Create Posts, and it gives me a few options. I can generate from text. Maybe there's a specific idea that I had that I wanted to turn into a LinkedIn post. I can generate from voice, so I just record a voice memo and it converts it into a post. Start from blank. I can also upload files, YouTube content, or interviews. So I'm a YouTube creator. I'd like to turn my YouTube videos into great LinkedIn posts. It's now going to use the tone that I just trained it on and the personal brand content that I already gave it to generate the perfect LinkedIn post. So let's try that with one of my recent YouTube videos. So this is a video that I actually published today about purchasing domains in bulk. Not the sexiest video, probably not the sexiest content, but let's go ahead and transform that into a LinkedIn post, maybe even multiple LinkedIn posts. So right now it's looking for posts on LinkedIn about this specific topic. As you can see at the bottom here, it's fetching different posts that have actually performed well about the topic that I uploaded. But the main way that I use this tool to generate LinkedIn posts, and this is really the strategy, is going to be hijacking inspired posts from other top creators and repurposing them as your own. So let's go ahead and find the most engagement posts on LinkedIn in my specific industry. So I'm going to come into my marketing and sales, I'm going to come into most engagement and figure out what I can post that people are going to absolutely love, that I think is definitely going to go viral. So this one that I picked is from Charlie Hills, where he did research and asked people what their favorite AI tools were. I want to repurpose this one because I think it's going to do really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit repurpose, and it's going to open up that other window to generate from text, and I'm going to go ahead and generate posts from text. I just took his post, put it into that window. Now it's actually searching for hooks, analyzing my content. It's creating the perfect LinkedIn post for me. And now instead of just spitting out a single post, it's actually giving me options and walking me through generating the best possible post. So let's go through these. Most creators only use 7 tools for AI marketing. Are you overloading your tech stack? AI is reshaping? No. What's your tech stack missing? Here's what, yeah, I like this one. Here's what AI experts swear by. That's a great hook. And now it's gonna go through and actually write the perfect LinkedIn post using my length and using my format. And now we've got an incredible post. There's a few things that I want to change. I didn't ask the top creators, somebody else did. So I'll definitely want to give them credit there and not take credit for asking these creators. Top creators were asked, what's your go-to tech stack? Here's what they use. And then it lists all of those specific tools. Now it's a pretty good post already. Now, one of the really cool things about this tool is I can add media to my post. Now at this point, there's a couple things you can do. The first thing that I like to do, and this is probably the safest bet, this is what you'll do most of the time, is grab a screenshot of you doing something interesting online, prompting ChatGPT. You're inside of a tool that most people haven't seen before. So let's go ahead and do that inside of Scribe. I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of the inspiration section of Scribe, which looks really interesting. People are gonna wanna know what this is. Which means the post is likely to do better. I'm gonna go ahead into marketing and sales, and I'm just gonna grab a screenshot here, and I'm gonna use that screenshot in my post. But one other really cool thing that's not quite there yet, Scribe actually does AI-generated photos of you. So instead of uploading an image, let's try AI photos and just see what happens, just for fun. So we're gonna generate a prompt based on the post. Let's go ahead and do that and see what it comes up with. Now, it is already trained on pictures of my face. While it generates that prompt, I can come down into AI photos here and show you. You're gonna be able to upload pictures of your face just like photoai.com, and it will then be able to use your face to generate photos. We'll see how it actually does here. Probably not gonna do very well. So let's run the AI image generation and see what it comes up with. So it's actually not a bad shot of my face, and I'm doing something work-related. However, I don't think it's quite there. I'm not gonna set that as my post image. I'm actually gonna upload a screenshot of what I just took. Kind of inside of this AI tool, people are gonna be like, what is that? All right, and now we're all set. We've got the post copy, we've got a picture. You can generate an AI picture of yourself if you want, but now we're basically ready to go and post this. If you want, you can also use the AI prompter to make different changes here. Change the hook, reformat it, make it more mild. You can remix it and get an entirely different post. So let's go ahead and schedule this thing. So remember, it's connected to my LinkedIn via that Chrome extension. So I can pick when I want to post this thing, or I can post it right away using LinkedIn. Now I'm actually going to just post right away so we can see it in my dashboard. Let's go ahead and publish. And this post has a very high likelihood of going viral for the reasons that we just mentioned. It's already proven to have gone viral for somebody else. The chances of it going viral for me are much higher. So we can go ahead and view it on LinkedIn, or we can go to my dashboard and see where that post showed up. So here it is. And now not only is it gonna post it for me, but it's gonna study it and it's going to learn from it. So it's a really easy workflow to come up with content ideas and to stay active on LinkedIn with only the hottest topics in your space that are already proven to go viral. And now just coming back to that YouTube upload, if you do want to convert those YouTube videos into really high performing LinkedIn posts, we just came into uploads and now it's ready to actually convert into posts. So best site to buy domains in bulk. I've got want trustworthy domains for cold emails. Here's my step-by-step workflow, and really just scroll through the best possible hooks. And from there, it generates the rest. Thinkall.com domains are expensive. All right, so I like the workflow one. So I'm gonna go ahead and here's my step-by-step workflow. We're gonna use that. And let's convert that into a post. Now, same thing here. We're gonna add media. Now I can do it the other way, but what I actually like to do that works the best is we're actually gonna come into the platform that we're talking about. And we're talking about beast mode here. And I'm just gonna grab a screenshot like I typically do. And this works really, really well if you're trying to get high converting LinkedIn posts. So here we go. We're just gonna upload that screenshot and this will work really, really well as a LinkedIn post. Now for this one, let's go ahead and schedule it out. I'm gonna schedule it for, let's say tomorrow at the same time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Japan tomorrow. So let's actually schedule this out for a little bit longer. So that wraps it up. If you're a LinkedIn content creator or trying to grow on LinkedIn, this is a must-have, Stripe.io. Now I told you I'd tell you how to get 20% off. It's actually really easy. All you gotta do is head to my tools and links resources. These are all of the tools that I use in my business. Search for Stripe, and here you're gonna have a link and a code to get 20% off that subscription. This is also the list where I keep all of the tools that I actually use in my business day to day. It's gonna be linked down below. I hope you enjoy the tool and do me a favor and don't steal my content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.